Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is guide for round 10 of the 2021-2022 FIA Nations Cup exhibition season taking place at Goodwood with the 1965 Mini Cooper S. Where on the comfort soft tires, brake balance is at 3 to the rear or plus 3. And you want to be a little patient with this car. It's a front wheel drive, so it is already pretty understeery. So you want to be a little easy getting on the throttle through some of these turns. Just let the car coast if you need to, so no braking or no throttle input. So the car can just rotate its way through the turn, be a bit more cooperative with you, and hopefully you'll be able to get some faster lap times. But anyways, let's go on over to the lap guide. Bring yourself towards the left side of the track, and as you pass this Marshall stand that is on the left, that's when you want to start to turn in. Gradually start to turn in and do a little lift off of the throttle to let the car turn in a bit more and hopefully not get too much wheel spin. It's all about maintaining momentum through Goodwood in the Mini Cooper S. This right turn, you can easily take it flat out. Just try to minimize your turning input. Bring yourself towards the left. This right turn that is coming up can be taken flat out. You want to start to turn in as you start to pass the signs that are on the left. So you can see me starting to turn in now, and then brake before the path on the right ends. Use around 50% of your braking power to try to ease the car into the turn and do a little throttle control so you don't end up on the grass. Then after you pass these two big shadows, that's when you want to start to brake. You brake hard for a short moment, go down to third gear, and just be a little easy getting on the throttle. The car will understeer here if you get on the throttle too early. So you just want to be very easy on the throttle. Just let the car make the turn before you start to fully accelerate. Eventually, you're going to want to make your way towards the left side of the track. You're going to brake after you pass the path that is on the left. I'll highlight it in a moment as we approach said path. It's right around here, so brake after you pass it. And this is specifically where you want to brake before you pass this sign. Brake hard for a short moment, slowly ease off of the brakes as you turn in, and just be gentle on the throttle. Just let the car make the turn before you start to fully accelerate. And then brake before you pass the Marshall stand that is on the left. You can use braking and throttle at the same time to try to maintain stability of the car so you don't get too much body roll. And as you exit the chicane, that's when you start to fully accelerate. But that's all for the lap guide. Let's go ahead and take a look at the strategies. For the qualifying session, we have 5 minutes to try to get the best qualifying time possible, which means you're only going to have 2 chances. And here is the thing about the qualifying session. We have weak slipstream instead of real slipstream. So the weak slipstream is actually stupidly strong. By that I mean the slipstream range under weak settings is now 2.6 seconds instead of 0.75 seconds when it's on real. So slipstream qualifying is going to be a thing. And hopefully you have made some good friends along the way, because you're going to want to help each other out with the slipstream qualifying. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Turismo Lester, because he helped me out trying to get this part recorded to kind of make a point. So we're going to take advantage of each other's slipstream. So in our first qualifying lap, I'm going to be the one getting the slipstream, and in the second lap, he's going to be the one getting the slipstream from me. And you want to space yourself out appropriately, because with the weak slipstream, you can actually catch up to the car ahead of you pretty quickly, and that will ruin your qualifying lap because you have to get around them. You might have to slow down so you don't punt them into Narnia. You just don't want that to happen. So you want to space yourself just right so that you don't get too close to them throughout your lap. So we started our qualifying lap. I'm still within Lester's slipstream, and I'm actually going to catch up to him quite a bit going through the back straight, or one of the back straights. And this is where the slipstream is going to be a bit more apparent that you're in it, because you're going to see yourself starting to catch up to the car in front of you, unless if they're under stolen slipstream as well. And you just want to be a little careful in navigating through some of these trickier turns, especially under slipstream, as you're going a bit faster. You're shaving off time, so you want to try to keep up with that momentum. And you can actually see that now I'm really catching up to Lester. I'm right behind him now. And this is the part where I mentioned about having good friends, because if you're doing discipline qualifying with a friend, and hopefully you're communicating with each other over on the PSN party or Discord call, they can signal that they're going to move to the side so they can let you by, especially with you getting close to them, so that they can get prepared to take part of the slipstream qualifying under your slipstream. So I'm still going as fast as I can. I'm going to get my qualifying lap done. Lester, he's already ready to get the qualifying lap started, as he's now going to be under my slipstream. So he spaced himself out just right so he doesn't get too close to me as we do the next qualifying lap. So there we go. I got a 140.5, and that was with the slipstream. I think this was actually faster than my time trial time. So yeah, weak slipstream is definitely going to help in the race and in the qualifying session. And we'll just quickly fast forward through this to see how quickly Lester catches up to me. So going into the final turns, Lester is already right behind me, so I'm going to signal to him that I'm going to let him by. So I'm going to move over to the side. You don't need to do what I do and end up in the grass. Just make sure you don't get dirty tires. So don't go into the grass. Just give yourself enough space so your friend can go on by without getting slowed down by you. And that's going to pretty much wrap things up for the qualifying session. And Lester is actually going to get a slightly faster qualifying time than me. He's going to get a 140.3. So I think that's almost quicker than his time trial time. I think he had a 140.4 at the time. So yeah, slipstream, it's definitely going to help. But moving on over to the race section of the guide, we do have a grid start. So make sure you have traction control at 1. And shortly after the race starts, you can move the traction control back down to 0 or whatever value you normally have it set to. So this is a 9-lap race at Goodwood with the 1965 Mini Cooper S. Fuel is a ×5, tire wear is a ×10, and we're on the Comfort soft tires. Yeah, this is a 0-stop race. You don't have to worry about the fuel. You don't have to worry about the tire wear. And you pretty much just have to worry about trying to survive any potential shenanigans that you might end up in. So the thing is that it's a grid start, so everyone's starting much closer together. And the weak slipstream means that people are going to be a lot closer to you. It's going to be much harder to shake off any opponents from you. So the slipstream range under weak settings is 2.6 seconds. So you can already imagine how hard it's going to be to shake them off, unless if the people behind you decide to engage in a battle royale and end up littered all over the grass. So as long as you're within the slipstream range of the lead pack of cars, then you should have a chance of winning the race. So at the start of the race, it might be a bit of a lottery because everyone's starting close together, but as the race goes on, if there's any shenanigans that happen, hopefully you're able to still stay within that lead pack or within the slipstream range of the lead pack. Hopefully you've been able to escape all these shenanigans that may have happened in your race. And please do not battle it out through the chicane, because that is a disaster waiting to happen. Try to go in a single file line through there. And there's not much else to talk about for this guide. So once again, easy 0-stop race, fuel and tire wear not an issue. Just try to survive all these shenanigans that may happen in your race, and don't forget, weak slipstream is on. But that's going to wrap things up. This is pretty much the end of the 2021-2022 FIA exhibition season, and with that, I have no idea what's going to happen now. So we don't know if there's going to be another exhibition season after this. I kind of imagine there will be, albeit it'll be a shorter one, so maybe like a 6-round exhibition season. I could imagine that happening, but if nothing happens between now and the release of GT7, then, well, that's going to be an interesting situation. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens between now and March 2022. But in the meantime, I want to get some of the racing videos out because I just haven't had time to edit any of those videos, and there's a bunch of good ones that I want to show you guys. So first I'm gonna get some much needed sleep because I've been sleep deprived for I don't know how long. So I'm gonna go to sleep after this and maybe just sleep in for Christmas. But that's gonna be all for me. Thank you guys for the awesome support throughout 2021. Thank you to Placey for supporting the channel as well. And I'm gonna sign off now. So this is Mr. MCA. Wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a good race. And I'll see you in the next video.